I'm excited to share these live episodes with you from the 2024 NADA show in Las Vegas. I'm on the Lot Link stage interviewing our industry leaders out there who have been so gracious to share the stage with me. We're doing live recordings. They're sharing strategies to help our industry and our businesses level up. I hope you enjoy each and every one of these episodes. Listen and learn. Hey, it's Jen Suzuki, and I'm in the industry. I meet some of the greatest leaders out there, dealer execs, dealers, GMs, and I'm bringing them in the studio to talk to me about what's making their business pop, what's accelerating their growth. I'm sharing my own personal strategies for your sales team, so I'm ready to get after it. Are you? I had some friends, colleagues just ask me about CRMs, and they say, which one's the best one? And I've seen CRMs for 20 years, but I have not seen anything come out that's new and modern and some of the features that we've been really looking for to stay connected with customers. And that's why I'm really excited about Drive Centric. It's it's a newer system. Yeah. And anyway, Steve works for Drive Centric, and I bring him into my classes because he is such a wealth of information, but most importantly, he's super passionate about helping car dealers succeed. And he oftentimes talks a lot of video. You might see him on TikTok, but I'm asking Steve to be here today and tell us some of the projections maybe for 2024. Maybe you'd share a little about your 2023 vibes and what you were focused on in 2023 and what's changed going into 2024. I'm looking for something that's going to make me money. I'm looking for something that's going to help build a team. I'm looking for ways to connect with customers. Come on, Steve.
Oh, yeah, brother. All right.
Oh, my God. Is that the Hulk?
It's Macho Man.
Macho Man.
You know, Bob Kane's running away from me, which I don't understand why he would do that. I mean, he should be front and center saying, hey, man, Kentucky in the house. But I think we will all agree. Like, if a dealer is close by, I think what we have to realize what 2023 was, number one.
Okay.
The message of 2023 was, if you're a Star Wars fan, the Jedi salespeople kind of came out. The Jabba the Hutts were exposed. And a lot of dealerships have too many Jabba the Hutts. You know, they're sitting there, they're waiting for those opportunities to come in, and inventory is back. We're going back, and we have to be Jedi salespeople.
Yes.
And those Jabba the Hutts are just going to get weeded out eventually. So that was my 2023 prediction. 2024 is all about conversational commerce.
Okay.
I think a lot of dealers want to talk about how to build retention. And if we go out there and we study the interaction between the dealer, the dealership and the consumer, it's too transactional.
Facts. I say this all the time.
Yeah, it's too transactional. And I talk in terms, you've heard me talk about this, are you dating your internet leads? So if you take a customer and you pretend it's somebody you're trying to date, would you ever say, when can you come in?
No, well, yes, at some point.
No, but you're going to say, oh, that's a nice dog. I see where you live. I see where you went to high school.
You got to warm it up before you try to
Exactly,
hear you.
Exactly. And so you have to, so instead of going out there and, a typical salesperson, hey, when can you come in? When can you come in? And what can you do? But when can you come in?
Get to know people.
Get to know people. That's conversational commerce. In sales, if you learn one thing about the customer and you focus on that 99% of the time, you will get the deal.
So look, I say this all the time. This has been the foundation of everything that I've done for literally over 20 years. For me, relationship selling, it's a thing. It's 2024 vibes. Nobody likes somebody that's trying to sell them something. And if they feel like you're coming in too hot with seller vibes, they're going to bounce. So if I'm trying to compete with a bunch of different dealers with the same customer, and I'm trying to just set appointments, get a race to the finish line, I always say, slow the freak down. So tell me more about conversational commerce. That's like a really hard phrase for me to say. I'm actually really impressed with myself that I actually just did that. But there's a lot of things that you are talking about that can impact the way that people feel about you, particularly a remote scenario. We got a lot of internet leads. That's a remote scenario. We got a lot of people that are going to call. That's a remote scenario. So tell me some of the tactics that work, Steve.
Well, this digital world, texting is the number one form of communication. Can we all agree? Give me a hell yeah.
Yes,
hell
yes,
yeah.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah. All right. So when you text, when you're texting out there, just think about that. You're communicating at 7%. There's no body tone. Like if my wife shoots me a text and it's like 4 paragraphs long, I give my phone to my buddy and I say, "Is my wife pissed?" All right.
You don't copy and
read.
paste that and put in ChatGPT and say, "Hey, can you reduce this down to 2 sentences?"
Please, we're in a tweeting world. But I mean, just think, like, I look at my digital communication like a Christmas tree. And I don't know if anybody ever looks at their phone like that, but if I'm doing a black and white text with somebody, I will send a GIF. And I'll tell you what, I guarantee it, if anybody's been here and's communicated with me, I'm the biggest GIFer in the world.
Is
all
that
right?
a word?
I teach salespeople how to make their own memes.
Woo!
That's how you brand yourself as a salesperson. Instead of going to jiffy.com, do the tap the glass, and you get that little girl from Finding Nemo. It's like my favorite one. When somebody's ghosted me, I send the GIF of the tap the glass. But you got to make the communication fun.
I agree.
I don't over GIF. What I do is I may have like 2 or 3 communications.
Okay,
and then I
you
say,
hit them with it.
I got to color up my text. Or I got to send a meme, or I just color up my text so it's not black and white only. And that's how you're bringing tonality by sending a GIF. And I guarantee if somebody sends a GIF, if I send you a GIF, sir, tapping the glass because you've ghosted me, but you don't ghost the Live with Drive guy. I guarantee if I do a tap the glass, you're going to look at that.
Are you going to laugh?
Laugh.
Are you going to laugh? Are you going to be like, that guy's fun? Or are you going to be like, that guy sucks? Like,
no, you're going to laugh.
You're going to laugh.
Here's the thing. The dealers that know me or the people that engage me, and he'll probably agree with this, but if I send him a GIF, my whole goal is to get 2-way communication.
Yeah.
Now he knows I'm the Live with Drive guy. Yeah. So if he engages me, I got him. I got him. If
they actually text back.
He's going to text me back. And now he's stuck in a conversation. So now I go back and forth with him. He's like, "Okay, Steve, I got to go. Mm-hmm. I gotta go dusk a deal or whatever I gotta do, right?" Mm-hmm. It's just, the conversation's gotta end. But that's the thing is the way we communicate digitally on text, especially, you gotta do it in a fun manner to get the engagement.
Okay, I'm for all of this. I'm super fanning on what you're saying. I love the GIF. I always call it a GIF. I can't believe you're calling it GIF.
Yeah, it's GIF.
My God, I've been saying it wrong for all these years. I'm such an idiot.
Anyway, you will get asked like I do. It's a conversation piece. I also say tomato.
Okay, I don't say that.
Potato?
Oh, I was gonna. Anyway, we're gelling.
But see, hey, that's a sales tactic. If you hear me say like GIF, everybody's gonna say, "Is it really GIF?" You just created a conversation. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
And you're at dinner. I'm gonna.
So you're trying to say I wasn't the only one thinking it?
No, everybody says that. I get a filet.
So you're wrong.
I get a
you
filet.
have been messing with us all this time.
I get a filet mignon too. Filet mignon.
Okay. Tell me when we should send a video.
Oh my gosh.
Because we're talking texting sales game right now, and he's like, "Yo, you got to put some GIFs in the situation." Did I say it the wrong way? Okay,
GIF.
It's okay. I felt like Steve's translating for me now. Thank you, Steve.
I'm trying to get you.
It's hard to break old habits. Anyway, and then he says, "I'm teaching salespeople to make their own memes. I love this. I think this is funny. It's relevant. I mean, we're trying to get people to feel comfortable with us, and we all know this. Like, there's a stereotype in the car business that people always think car salesmen. They're like shark attack, and I'm trying to diffuse that from hello. And so, if we're communicating this way, we need to be thinking on these terms of what's going to get us engagement, get people thinking about our character, about we're friendly vibes over here. And anyway, at some point, I got to pop a video in here. Yep. Okay, so what's that look like, and what do you find success with?
Yeah, so video is not a one and done. I think a lot of dealerships, they'll do video and they do it one time and they say, "I'm done." But, if you get an internet lead, that first video that I love to preach is just humanize the car buying experience. Say, "Hey, my name's Steve Roessler. I saw your inquiry. I'm going to go check right now that the car is available. I'm pretty sure it is. I see it on my website. Is there something very specific you want to see about the car? And I'm going to run out there right now and go take a look at it." Okay, now the customer's engaging me. And so I'm going to say, "Hey, I'm out there and I can show whatever interest they are about the car, whether it's like heated cool seats or whatever's important to the customer.
I just need to ask you something.
Uh-oh.
I just need to ask you something. I mean,
Is my hair out of place?
Are you joking? That level of hairspray, that's not even possible. Okay. Okay. Here's what I need to know. I mean, are you saying to me that you are going to text the customer first, hey, I want to send you a video. I'm about to go outside. What is it that you want to see first and foremost? Something to this effect.
Yeah, get them talking to you.
Okay, by the way, that's a move. That's a move that we don't typically see. It's a little thing, but it's a thing. Now you're saying, I'm ready to go to work for you. What do you want so I can give you what you want? I mean, this is a great way to connect with people, and especially on the terms of meeting their expectations. Okay, tell me how to sell you.
Yeah, what you're investigating is the customer pathway. What's the pathway to their sale? Maybe they're available and they want to do live streaming with you.
Okay. Are we gonna loop that in this conversation
of course,
too? Because
it's video.
I feel like video conferencing is like people don't do it. They don't do it. I say, what are you doing? Anytime I talk to somebody, I gotta FaceTime them.
I know.
So
I went to
everybody. That in our sales process. You're saying it works?
Of course. I mean, if I could go to my proctologist virtually, why couldn't you sell a car virtually on Zoom or a live streaming? I mean, I did go to the proctologist, but it's kind of funny kind of thing.
I feel like you did.
You do go to the doctor virtually, okay? You could do anything virtually, but the whole idea is it's all about now. The customer is buying a car 70% of the time in 4 days. We have to capture that customer's attention.
Yes.
They want to know you're a person.
Yeah.
And I think those little things that a dealer forgets is I would get in a conference room with a dealer, and you ought to do this. It's actually good practice.
Okay.
Go call their trash company. Call the trash company and see how long you wait on hold.
Okay.
And you did to get somebody. Where it's still a human experience with the dealership. You don't have to press 1 for this, press 2 for this, unless you call somebody.
Talk to an AI robot.
Exactly. So you have to go out there and just appreciate the fact that this is a human interaction business and how the customer wants to interact. Maybe they don't want to do FaceTime. They don't want to show yourselves. That's fine. When I do a Zoom meeting, I love it when a dealer doesn't have their camera on. And you know what I do? I go, do you not have a camera in this day and age? And they say, I do. I just turn the camera off.
Right.
I'm like, well, I did. I just want to see your reaction. And they turn their camera on.
By now, you've probably heard the team at LotLink say that over 70% of your inventory is not receiving marketing exposure. Whether you believe them or not, have you taken a look at your analytics to be sure? The LotLink's VIN View Optimizer is a free analytics tool that can give you a pricing, demand, and engagement analysis for every VIN on your lot. It's the most efficient way to ensure your inventory is getting the right attention for the right price. The best part is that the data is pulled straight from your own Google Analytics and store feed. There's no bias from any channel or marketing platform, including LotLink's. So if you're interested in a transparent look at your inventory analytics, head to lotlinks.com/VVO to get started with the free tool. And check out the LotLink's website in the show notes.
So anyway, but we just got to do the baby things, just the baby steps. We got to talk to our customers like they're our friends.
I agree.
And we don't.
I agree. This is relational selling. I should really be thinking about my tonality and that, how I talk to my friends. That way people don't feel like I'm just trying to get them, sell them. Like I'm just want to kick it. I'm here to help. Yep. I'm friendly vibes. I want to have a conversation. And I love that. I think that's where it's coming from. It's all making sense now. Conversational commerce. They just chill. Like have a normal people conversation.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. Just remember, we got some people right here listening in. Who here wants to be sold? Do you want to be sold? Do you want to be sold?
Nobody wants to
be
sold.
You could go right now online, join an F-150 Facebook group, talk to other buyers, and be more intelligent on an F-150 or whatever. You don't have to be sold going to a dealership. And I think if we take that fundamental principle out and say, I don't want you selling, I just want you talking.
Yeah.
Get to know the customer. Sell the customer, don't sell the car.
Okay. So you've given us several angles here, and there are micro moments, in my opinion. A lot of times we overlook micro moments that can make a serious impact. If you're not doing these things, you should. There's literally a guy with a cowboy hat walking right there with a banana. He's talking into the banana. I love this guy. This guy knows
I
how to
bet you
have
he'll
fun.
get two-way
That guy is someone
communication.
you could be friends with. Yeah, there's, you know what the thing, you know what, you got to grab people's attention, right? I mean, that guy grabbed my attention. You got to stand apart from everybody else. And I'll tell you, one of the things that you've really centered in on is not just these small tactics, but the fact that you're trying to build relationships with people. You know, building relationships with people is far different than transactional selling. Transactional, I'm trying to just sell a car. I'm not trying to stay in touch. I don't really care if they come back. I just want to get my money today and I want to bounce. You know, relational selling, I'm thinking about loyalty. I'm thinking about them coming back and servicing the car with us, talking to their spouse, their partner about their purchase experience and leading them back into the store for another deal. I'm thinking about them going online and talking about, how we changed their life. You know, a lot of times we don't think about the relationships with people and maintaining connections. And when you choose your words and your statements and your value, what's the difference between relational and transactional selling in your opinion?
Well, transactional is kind of like a one and done. I mean, I think if you look at like text communication,
Okay.
If you look at your text communication with somebody, if I go back and forth 5 times, 10 times, whatever it may be, I think you're starting to earn the right to build that relationship. And that's like when you're going out there on these dating apps. I've been happily married for 20 some odd years. So I'm out of the game. But I've got some single friends, obviously I drive, and they're on Bumble.
Exactly.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny. Do you know they will talk on Bumble for a while? And then when they transfer that conversation to another application, what do they transfer it to, you think?
Well, I don't know. I don't do this. Tell me.
Snap.
Of course.
They go to Snap.
Yeah,
they don't even give them their cell phone number.
No, you could just get your IG page. That's how we do it.
Yeah, but you have more fun interactions on Snap than you do on Bumble.
Wait, would we do that with customers? Is that creepy?
Not, but to a couple different tools.
Okay.
So texting is kind of like, okay, I'm going from Bumble, and then I want to get them on the phone.
Yeah.
So I'm going to schedule an appointment like on the phone. Like I'll say, hey, Jen, we're talking right now. Hey, there's going to be a question that comes up, a little technical. Do you have 5 minutes? Let's just talk it out.
Yeah.
So you leverage texting to go to that next level.
Right.
And that's what you're doing in dating. You're just transferring the communication
that makes
to
sense.
other platforms.
Yes. Okay. So when you talk about relational selling versus transactional selling, there's a lot of these different components that make people feel a certain way about your character and what you bring to the table, and being able to actually say these things. That's the thing is people, especially in a remote sales scenarios, they only know what you write in a text. They only know the gift that you chose to send. They only know the meme that you chose to send to put you together. Yep. And if I am focused on relationships and I'm leveraging video and some of these conversations, some of the video options that can be shot and sent to customers, now I'm thinking about going a little bit above and beyond to showcase my personality, to showcase like my true character as a person that's not trying to like stress you out. I'm not trying to get you. I'm trying to make you feel comfortable. That's the whole vibe.
Yeah, that's right. It's all about like when you're communicating digitally, like everybody will say customer experience, Adam, customer experience, right, buddy? Customer experience. Get that word out of your mouth.
Yeah.
No more customer experience. You know what you should be tracking?
What?
Positive reactions.
Tell me, okay, I say customer experience all the time.
Get out of that.
Oh my God, I feel like a criminal right now.
How do you measure customer experience?
Okay, tell me.
You don't.
Yeah.
It's not tangible.
I hear you.
The only thing that is tangible is if I get an LOL, a GIF back. If I create a positive reaction digitally,
a heart.
Yeah, baby. I get a video back.
Oh my God.
Oh, now we're talking.
Okay.
You're creating a positive experience with the customer. So you have to look at subliminal, read in between the lines, so to speak, of what the customer is saying to you. Mm-hmm. I could go into any digital conversation and I could look at it and say, that's a buyer.
Yeah.
You have to be able to look at communication like that.
Okay, I like that. I feel like that's modern day reporting. How many?
Well, well, you're just inspecting digital communication. But if I get an LOL or a GIF back or something like that, buying
we need to start tracking that.
That's right. The girl says, hey, I'm ready to go on a date with you, buying signals.
It all started with a like. Okay.
Hey, now we can go out for a drink.
You could at least ask. If you got a like, you could ask. Anyway, look, this is Steve. I love Steve Roessler. I asked him to be here today because I watch all his stuff on social media. He's got a lot of energy and he's a lot of fun. And he's just got a lot of great stuff. He works with thousands of people like me. So when you work with thousands of people like me, you see what people are doing. And if you can highlight things that separate one from the next, and that person that you know who has crossed your path is willing to listen, this is how you make money. We need to help each other. I'm always looking for something that's going to separate our dealers, from the others, because it's a street fight.
That's
you
right.
know, the knife fight is back. And if we aren't doing things outside the average, we are so screwed.
Hey,
wanna say
I'm
something
going to give this
deeper,
young
but-
lady a plug, by the way. I got to plug her because I've seen her from afar. I've been in the auto industry 9 years. I've always seen her. We've never talked, never FaceTime, or, we just, our paths have always
But Steve
crossed.
is so nice. He literally comes to my classes
Well,
to
I
drop
know.
his knowledge
Well,
bombs on my students.
I respect what you absolutely do as a trainer, and
you.
it's a privilege to be here with you and having some fun. So I admire what you have done for the industry. You've done a great deal for everybody. So I hope everybody I appreciate what you do from afar.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Steve. Well, thanks for taking the time to spend with me today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Woo! Steve, everybody.
If you like these episodes and my sales game techniques, you should snatch up our latest dealer education program I'm hosting. It's called Jen's Remote Classes, and it's a 1 hour, once a week class with me alongside other dealerships, all pursuing the same end game to achieve top 10% status in your dealership. For more info, hit me up. All my contact info's in the show notes. I want to hear from you. And follow Dealer Talk with Jen Suzuki right now to get notified when episodes like this one drop. This is Jen on the podcast Dealer Talk with Jen Suzuki. See ya!